So I am here to give you a December update on the progress for those who are following the production of Black Friday. I think it's safe to say at this point we really are between a rock and a barrel here on this. That's not even a real term, but basically what I mean is we're at midpoint between still filming pickup shots and anything else that we haven't filmed that's been scripted, and I'm editing at the same time. And then I have Cree has moved to Pennsylvania. That was back in July. So, it's not as easy as I can just say, Cree, I need you to look at this, and this. It's one of those things, now I have to bide my time and make sure she has available time, because she's got her own stuff going on there. So basically at this point it's kind of just me doing as much as I possibly can, which, believe it or not, is kind of a nightmare, but at the same time, you feel so rewarded about it down the line. So yeah, most of our stuff has been, most of the bigger stuff has been shot. It's at a point now where I can actually work towards a rough edit and then worry about VFX breakdowns and anything else. But no, we're still filming bits and pieces here and there.
Because I'm gonna pan over. This is the first time I'm gonna try a shot like this. So go ahead. Okay, he's got to take another bite, and you got to walk like up close to him. Okay. Give yourself about 2 seconds before you realize, oh, he's actually standing next to me.
But mainly right now, it's just editing. Even our VFX coordinator, John Swift. I mean, I've been in touch with him on a daily basis, and he's even like, don't even worry about shooting anything else. Don't even worry. Just edit as much as you can. Just get it. Just try to get it done. Because on top of that, I want to be doing promotion, and I want to be doing posters and all this fun stuff that we don't have time for, because it's just edit. So the last couple of weeks, I mean, I've even my full-time job has actually slowed down, which means I have all this time that I can start editing. But I'm not going to sit there for thousands of hours just typing away, because I got other stuff I want to be doing too. So it's a really grueling process, but it's very time consuming, but it's very rewarding at the same time. So he's even John's even taken it to the step where he's even he started editing. He started working on VFX. He's even got like 20 other projects he's working on right now, which is why he's taking a break, and he'll probably pick it back up in January. So yeah, it's all about, it's the key essential is spare time. It's everybody is working on their own time, because now that primary shooting has been done, everybody's going back to their jobs and doing whatever it is that they're doing. And I literally feel like I have the most free time out of anybody, and so I'll be sitting there and I'll be messaging. I'll be like, hey, when can you do this? Hey, when can you do that? And I never actually think to take a step back and just say, just slow down. They're probably not as free as you, and it's very hard for me because this is my first film. And I want to make a good impression, but at the same time, I'm going into this knowing, since it's my first film, it is what it is. But it doesn't mean I don't want the world to see it either. So yeah, like I said, primary stuff has been shot. Our big action pieces are pretty much at a standpoint where they look great, but they just need editing to them. And we've been at Lorelei Cabins. We went back and shot a bunch of big stuff. we went back to Eagle Point Park and we shot a bunch of pieces, because the original idea was to have an Age of Ultron church type of fight where it's just in the circle, and thousands of aliens just swarm in. And the first time, just to give you an idea, the first time that we tried doing this at Lorelei, we had a set, a date, we had so much, we tried to locally promote as much as possible, and only the primary cast who were required to be there were pretty much there for the entire day, and we're sitting there waiting it out, so we just wasted an entire day doing that.
Alright, everybody get in a car, put your prop guns in the back of the van, and get in a vehicle.
It was one of those things I wish, I could have said, hey, let's try and get this done, and I was even writing alterations, different sorts of endings, just, as a safe point, and Krieger would keep shutting them down. But, it is what it is, so I went back and I started recasting bit by bit, because I finally said, okay, so if I film it in groups of people versus just one giant cluster, that might make things a little bit, and it did. It worked out so smoothly. So I'm not going to sit there and complain about one-on-one sparring sessions versus a giant just cluster of a giant just street brawl. I'm not going to complain about that. So that looked real nice. But yeah, there just been complications up the butt. And just to give you an idea of one of those complications, there are two characters in the film, Joey and Carly. Now, they hadn't been cast when our primary principal photography was being done. So we never really cast Joey and Carly up until we were done with all the main shooting. And basically, we met these two kids, Sarah Schroeder and Jack Dillman. We were having a meeting, a kind of a post-production meeting about what still needs to get done, and we were having it at one of our usual hangouts, the Monks here in Dubuque, and they just came in, and for some reason, I just started talking with them, and we were like, so you do this, and you do this, and they're like, yeah. And so I was like, okay, cool, come check out this meeting. And just on the spot like that, they were cast, and then, we did 2 different scenes with them, and we still need to do more with them, but, they both have full-time jobs, and just to give you an idea of how frustrating it is, I'm just going to reposition myself, just to give you an idea of how frustrating it can be. So I will ask them to come on a day, which I think is free, and then either like my full-time job or something else comes up entirely, and then it keeps cancellation. It's either one or the other cancels. And you have to start throwing everything out the window, and you're like, okay, well, these people aren't going to trust you anymore. We were talking with this wonderful lady, Rosalie Morgan, who is going to be doing our score here, and well, guess what? We're still filming and we're still editing, and I'm sure she's probably wondering what's taking us so long, because we were going to send her a print to start doing music. We actually we lost someone who was going to do an original song, and it's just you want to pull your hair out, which I'm sure is why my hair is so messy. But as a 22-year-old producer, soon to be 23 actually next month, this is kind of this is a process, and it'd be a lot easier if we had more money to pay other people, because right now we're just sitting on I think it's $1,681. That's literally what we're sitting. We are doing the impossible right now. We are doing the impossible. We are working on a feature film for the price of, oh my god, a storage rental unit for maybe a month. Wow, like, and it's even funny because I found out the MPAA charges $50,000 just for a rating submission. What in the world? Which, it'd be easier, like, I would have less stress put on me if we had money to start paying people, but, it's sitting there, and, that's why I keep telling people, like, the GoFundMe page, like, we need the donations, and just like my camera right here, for example, it broke yesterday. The zoom function broke on it, and the focus was out, and next thing you know, it's busted, and I don't even know how we got it fixed, but we did. And we were shooting segments off here, and I couldn't get to my SD card, and then my computer breaks, and if you saw in October on the debut con, I'm literally holding my computer together by orange duct tape, and it's just one thing after the next, and then the hard drive crashes for a week, and I thought I lost all my footage, and fortunately everything was backed up to Google Drive through different Gmail accounts. It was all just re-downloading it. But it's just that gives you an idea of all the stuff that is going on, and it'd just be a simple fix. I mean, if we had the funds, it'd be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna run to Best Buy and take care of that. But no, it's a nightmare to work on nothing, which is why I really can't stress enough how much we need your help and support, so that way I could probably pay people who have a lot more experience than I do. Like, literally, we only have one guy. Our John Swift is our only VFX editor right now. Like, he's doing our CGI. I don't know how that man does it. I don't know how he intends to do everything that he does. But it's one of those things. If I knew how to do it, I would be doing it right now, and I don't know how to do it. So that puts a big toll on him. On top of him helping us film certain segments and being there on the set with us, and then also doing some of the additional work that he's done. Like, none of it goes unappreciated, but it's always nice to take a look at a budget and have enough money in there that I could give a proper payment to somebody and say, hey, we need all the help we can get. But no, this isn't like an e-begging type of thing. So don't take this as that's what's leading into. This is an update. I'm letting you know where we stand at this point. Another thing too is, like, we have all these posts, and I'm sure you've seen the posters on Facebook or IMDb. Yeah, we're on IMDb now. We're on IMDb. We are, one of our executive producers, Neil Cap, he messaged me. He's like, oh, we're an official film now. So that was funny. But no, yeah, we got all these posters, and I want to start selling them on eBay, so keep an eye out for that soon. What else? Yeah, just thinking about all the complications and everything. Not only does it take a toll, but it takes, like, this has been a full year of my life that has been dedicated to making a film, and on top of that, I'm in a temporary living position too, so I have to worry about finding an apartment here in the next couple months. And then making sure I get enough hours at work to cover the rental, and then on top of that, needing internet access and this. So I'm really busy in the sense that I have to plan A, B through Z, and then work on the film as much as I can. So yeah, it's really this has really taken a pretty decent toll on me, but I'm trying to do as much as I can and make sure that pressure's relieved off everybody else. And I'm not putting down the movie or anything, because I'm very glad that we're doing this. I just it's an experience for me at 22 years old to be producing a micro budget film like this. And in the sense, most people are they're working on a grander scale. We're working on this, so that's where most of it comes in. We could actually use, while I'm thinking about this, we could use your help. There is a scene in the film that requires Thanksgiving dinners. Basically, the idea is, so in the script there's a montage of Thanksgiving dinner scenes, and we filmed some of these with professional actors and actresses, but we want more. So the idea is, if Christmas is coming up right around the corner, so we didn't lose that much, but if you were willing to fake Christmas as a Thanksgiving dinner, well, we wouldn't go, unappreciated. So the idea is basically gather your friends together, gather your family together, and then get shots of you hanging out and talking and prepping meals and just doing, capture the moment, whatever it is you would do when you have Thanksgiving get-togethers. The higher quality, the better. It's one of those things where we're shooting in 4K actually, but when we release a Blu-ray, we're not releasing a 4K Blu-ray edition. So it'll be at the most, if you can shoot in 1080 or 720p, as far as quality goes, that's HD. That would be awesome. So what you want to do is you want to submit it to blackfriday2016film@gmail.com, and then I'll look through submissions and we'll go from there. But yeah, no, I mean, it's a way for you to help out, and we're also offering a Christmas deal going back to the GoFundMe page. Anybody who donates $10 or more automatically gets an IMDb credit. So to check that out, go to GoFundMe.com /BlackFriday2017film. So what else? I'm trying to think. It's just finish filming, edit at the same time. I took a look. As of right now, I have 42 minutes edited total. And I took another look, and even with cut scenes, I believe we're going to hit 70 minutes. We're going to hit 70 minutes. Now, it's old school feature length, but it qualifies as feature length. So, that being said, we hit feature length. Yeah, that happened. That's what I predicted. That's what I was aiming for. But yeah, as far as to my knowledge goes, it'll range it'll range either 70 minutes or higher. I don't foresee it being under 70 minutes. So as of right now, the guesstimate running time is 70. So when can you see this? And I think it's funny, like I have all these people come up to me like, hey, when's the movie gonna be done? And I appreciate that, because it shows people care, and the stakes are raised even higher on you to get it done, to show people, because they have a genuine interest. The aim date right now is November 24th, 2017, which is ironic, because that so bullseyes Black Friday. Which I think, if we had enough marketing stream, we could totally campaign within that sense to tie in with the season. But no, we're not going to do that. But yeah, no, there's an aim date for November 24th, 2017. But I just want to let you know that could always change too. It depends on how quickly we get this done. And right now, it's the last couple nights, it's just been me with a cup of coffee, typing away on a computer on a broken laptop. I'm sorry, I just really find that funny. But no, yeah, I thought I'd give you all an update and let you know where we stand. And keep following progress on the film. Maybe once a month, or at least a couple months in between, I'll be posting more updates. But I wanted to try to cram as much as I possibly can in this one video, because I think the last time I did one of these, I can't even remember. I think it was before shooting. It might have been before or a little bit after shooting, but I was like, oh God, it's about time for another one of these. And just to give you an idea of the turmoil, these are my glasses. These are my glasses. Do you see all those? Yeah, the movie killed my glasses too. I just want to clarify that even though I'm doing an update video, I'm not the main focus. Crescentia and I have done 50-50 on everything. You know, she's the director. She also wrote it with me. You know, just because I'm the producer, I wrote it, I'm editing it right now, and I'm in it, doesn't mean, you know, I can do whatever I want. So, that being said, you know, it's a collaborative process between her and I. So once a rough cut is done, she'll take a look at it and she'll either go, okay, or she'll tell me where I messed up, and then she'll be like, we'll call everybody back. We'll be like, reshoot time. Which, by the way, I have a notebook full of shots that still need to be completed. Happy holidays to everyone. I hope you enjoy spending time with your families, or whatever it is you plan on doing, whether, you know, it's celebrating Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever your ethnicity or religion may be. I hope you're spending December in the best way possible. So I will keep keeping you informed.